The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Go, ready. Black 25 behind. Hey, it's time to. Hey, let's go. It's time to check. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, stop.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Blue lady. 51. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Green, triple C. Mike, 50.
Working out of the gun. Winston looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
You got juice, son. He took you to school.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Buccaneers nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check three. Check three.
Back to it after the pick six. Winston buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check 45 to Mike. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I can't believe they let you play.
From the gun, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Easy. Go get him. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Now it's the former Badger Dare Ogunbowale. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 29 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Bravo. 45, X3, 218, chop, shoot.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, Haywood.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. Another try after the 1st down sack. Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vita Vea in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of his end zone, Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 99 yards, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 50, check 50.
80 weapons. Ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lock going to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it. Bang, 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 bang.
6-6. Pull it high.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's going to wind up, and that's caught inside the 35. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, 68 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 29-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Follow. Easy. Hey, 45. Watch the pass.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Wait,
Here's Hogan Bawale, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. Jameis now up to 200 yards on the nose in this first quarter. Maybe a monster game forthcoming. 1st and 10. They run it. It's Ogunbowale. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. And that pass puts him up over 200 yards already here in the first.
And what it also does is it allows the offensive coordinator to be not selective anymore.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Hey, Wahoo! Watch the whip. Get it.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Go, go. 45 to Mike. Hey.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. This is the tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. On first down, Locke. So in the 2nd quarter, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Winston now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. A run with Ogunbowale. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Winston on 3rd and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Gay's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back. Hey, Foxtrot, offside.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. This is Riddick on the screen. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops. Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
7 yards there and a first down. Locke going to bring the offense out 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down. Try
and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun. Winston. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Jameis now on first down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Switch. Hey, 5 on the 50. Sponge, 5 on the 50. No. Let him go.
Jameis again. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Block now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
Alpha.
They do go for it. It's Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke, and the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey. Be ready. 45's the mark. Recon, 132 fighter. He's not going to get me. Safe. Check the backer. 45's the mic. We got to get the ball. Five.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Time to go, night, night.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Final play of the half here, Winston. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
60 Pittsburgh. Pilot, 64. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Slam, 36, 36.
Tighten up. General West.
To throw on 3rd down. Rock. Now Rock, he lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. The big fella. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. 2
runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Locke, he finds Riddick complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Locke looks to throw it again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, 42 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Now McManus for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Buccaneers 33, Broncos 28.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Winston going to get this out to Evans. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready? 125. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Wait. Wait. 45.
First down, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. On 2nd and 10, Winston hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. A handoff here to Ogunbowale, and he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Locke going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go on 4th down with Locke. And some room to maneuver. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Vita Vea getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. The completion to Riddick. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Locke to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards. Locke now on 1st down. This is Riddick on the screen. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Locke now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. To try again after the sack. Locke, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton 43 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. McManus's point after is good. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth.
Let's go, defense.
Winston now. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. From the red zone now, Winston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ready. Blue lady. 51. White. Check. White. Check.
Now Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here with that type of a...
And Winston lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Clock now to throw. Open man here is Hamilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Throwing on first down is locked. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
You ain't going nowhere.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Theo Riddick, 27 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. Doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
They'll run it with Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Watch the slip, watch the slip. Wait, Green, triple team. Mike 51, Mike 56. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go. Go, go. 45's the mic.
He drops this off to Ogunbowale. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's got his tight end Fant. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On first down, Lindsey. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 38, Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Another run by Lindsey. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Lindsey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw it is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
45.
Locke going to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a bouncing.
Rashad Perriman off to the races. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Let's bring it.
This is Jones. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They look to throw. It's Locke. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that could finish things out for them.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
218, jump.
Locke going to go on 4th down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now Locke completes it to Fant on the right side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Fant on the short completion, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, and he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Hey, box truck.
He's back to throw, and this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got 3.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 points.
Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Hey, let's go. Interception. All state, baby. Let's get this.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. From 49 yards away, he nailed it. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.